YouTube fam, how y'all doing? TM Nation, how y'all doing? In this video, we're gonna take a look at two of my favorite pairs of budget earbuds from SoundPEATS, the Air 3s and the newly released Free2 Classics. Getting pricing out of the way, you can pick up a pair of the Air 3s for about 45 bucks. On the other hand, you can pick up a pair of the Free2 Classics for right at 20, which is a crazy deal considering the performance that you get from them. But being that these are both solid pairs of earbuds, in this video I'll go over the differences in between the two and I'll tell you which pair that I would pick up if I could only choose one. Now, I did do an unboxing on the Air 3s and I'll leave a link in the description for you all to check that video out, but the experience is pretty much the same between both pairs, except you do not get the removable ear tips with the Air 3s as they have that open style design. But first, taking a look at the cases, both are small and compact, with the classic case just being a little bit larger and heavier overall. They both do feel sturdy in the hand, so I believe that they'll protect the earbuds without an issue, and in general, they get the job done. As you can see, each does have a battery indicator light in the front, and they both do charge via USB Type-C. Now, one thing that you're not gonna get with either pair is wireless charging with the case, so if that's a must-have feature for you, you're gonna have to look elsewhere. Now, moving on and taking a look at the designs of the earbuds, they are also compact, but they have different form factors altogether. The classics are more of a standard earbud design without any stems or hooks, while you do have the stems coming down on the Air 3s, which is not my preferred style, but they're fine for me with these. In my opinion, they're not too long on these, and being that the earbuds are so small, having those stems makes it easier to put them in and take them out of your ears. And comfort-wise, both pairs feel fine in my ears in general, but for longer listening sessions, I would definitely prefer the Free2 Classics, as having those ear tips does help out. For my ears, the open style of the Air 3s can begin to rub against them after a while, which can result in some ear fatigue and some discomfort, which is something that I have not experienced with the classics yet. The classics also stay in place a lot better for me during exercise than the Air 3s. I think that this is just another detriment of not having any ear tips. These just slide around a lot once the sweat starts flowing, and on the other hand, the classics I only had to reposition once or twice. But not only that, guys, the classics also have a stronger water resistance rating at IPX5, while you only get an IPX4 rating with the Air 3s. Now, I will note that neither pair malfunctioned from splashes of water or sweat during my testing, but they're not waterproof, guys, so you definitely don't want to submerge them into water. Battery life wise, the classics are gonna take the cake in this department as well. They're gonna offer you up to 8 hours of use on a single charge and up to 30 with the charging case. The Air 3s, on the other hand, will provide you with up to 5 hours on a charge and 17.5 when you take the case into consideration. Another difference that you have in between the two is the Air 3s are using Bluetooth 5.2. They have a built-in low latency gaming mode, and they're also compatible with aptX Adaptive. The classics, on the other hand, are using Bluetooth 5.1. They don't have a gaming mode, and they're also not compatible with any of the other higher definition codecs. Now, I have been able to maintain a stable connection with both pairs, but if you're a hardcore mobile gamer, the Air 3s are definitely a better choice. Now, I've been able to watch movies and videos with both pairs completely fine, but I can tell you that mobile gaming is a much better experience with the Air 3s. When I have these in gaming mode, everything is pretty much synced up. These, on the other hand, you can get some lag. For the playback controls, both pairs use touch controls, so there are no buttons on either, and the control schemes are pretty much the same, giving you the ability to control your tracks, calls, volume, and your voice assistant. To be honest, guys, I don't have anything to complain about in this area. It is nice that you get full playback controls with both pairs, and they are responsive. But one thing to remember is that you do get one extra control with the Air 3s. That's gonna be to toggle on and off your gaming mode. As far as the sound goes, to my ears, the signatures are really similar. However, being that the designs are completely different, the finished product in terms of sound delivery is slightly different as well. With the classics, I feel like I get a more full and rich sound, and again, I think that comes back to the ear tips. They really help isolate outside noise and push most of what you're listening to down into your ears. And that's not to say that the Air 3s sound bad, because they don't by any means, but in comparison, I do feel like I lose a little bit of detail and clarity with that open style. And I also can't forget to touch on the low end. Even though neither pair is gonna be overpowering, I definitely get more of a punch and a deeper bass response with the classics. But with all of that being said, guys, I'm able to enjoy my listening with both pairs completely fine. But if I had to pick a pair just based off sound quality, it would be the Free2 classics. Now, in the area of call quality, one major difference that you have in between the two is that the Air 3s are using CVC noise cancellation, and these also have 4 built-in mics to focus on capturing clear speech. I have made voice calls with both pairs, and so far nobody has complained about how I sounded, but I did take samples for you guys so that you can judge for yourselves. Let's check them out.
Alright guys, so right now I have the Air 3s paired to my iPhone 13 Pro. As you can see, the microphones on them are providing you with this audio. Now I'm not going to do any type of editing to this sample, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how these will perform for voice calls. And now I have the Free2 Classics paired to my iPhone 13 Pro. As you can see, the microphones on them are providing you with this audio. Now I'm not going to do any type of editing to this sample, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how these will perform for voice calls.
So taking everything into consideration, guys, both pairs are extremely impressive for their respective prices, but the Free2 Classics are exceptional for 20 bucks. No, they're not going to come with all of the bells and whistles, but if you're looking for impressive sound quality, respectable call quality, and pretty good battery life, these are extremely solid, and I think that these are going to be some of the best selling earbuds from SoundPEATS this year. Before you get on out of here, if you rock with the channel and your boy Tech Mo, hit that subscribe button and knock that notification bell out so you won't miss any of my uploads. Welcome to TM Nation. Peace.